Welcome back to DNA, guys, with me, your host, Alea Woodley, and
I am Dad. I'm the D in DNA, or real name is Dwayne, but you call me Dad DNA.
we are back. Look at our official studio. We've changed it from blue. We changed it from red, and now we're blue. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Disney Expo, D23, guys. We had a lot of announcements yesterday, and of course with San Diego Comic-Con, we also had a lot of announcements there too. So we're going to be going through that. Pixar, Disney, Marvel, Star Wars. There's a lot to talk about.
Lots to talk about.
A lot to talk about, and a lot of just sequels.
Yes.
Lots of sequels.
Lots of sequels, man. Like no original stuff from 2025, it looks like. Lots of sequels.
Lots of sequels.
Hey, if it works, keep on doing it.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm very much a sequel person where I'm like, if I've liked something, I want to see it again. So
Me too. The only thing I don't like about certain sequels though is just, when there's that one good thing in that first one and they now make it overdone in the sequel.
Speaking of overdone, let's already go into Toy Story 5 was one of the first announcements for Pixar.
Yeah.
They're making a Toy Story 5, and let me give you the premise. So the premise is iPad kids and how they're no longer playing with toys. And so there's a picture of a kid with the iPad under their blanket. So it's like, I don't know if it's Bonnie or not, because Bonnie's from part 4. Yeah. And it could be Bonnie at like the 9, 10 age, which working with kids, that's that age where it's like some kids are like, I still play with toys, I still play with dolls and action figures. And then there's I just only play with the iPad. So I wonder if it's like that, or is it a new kid entirely? What do you think?
I don't know. I think they're gonna pick up with Bonnie. I think it only makes sense because we already know that character, so it just kind of show where she's at. Girls mature faster than boys, so Andy would have probably still been messing with toys, but Bonnie, being a girl, a little more mature, so she's probably quicker into the iPads and stuff like that. And, probably done with toys because a lot of kids don't play with toys anymore. I
know it's because of technology,
right?
It's because I was playing with toys for a long time, but it's because of technology. So. I don't know. I'm personally not excited for this one. They should have stopped after part 3. Yeah. Part 4 wasn't that good. It was obviously a money grab.
I mean, it made money.
It made money because it's Pixar. It's you get kids to theaters. Despicable Me 4 made a bunch of money. So of course they're gonna probably make a part 5 for that one too. Yeah. But the story itself, as in like as what I know Pixar to be, but like let's say like 5 years ago. Let's like 5 years ago, if you would have said, oh, Pixar's coming out with a new movie, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to be perfect. It's going to be good. Right. It's going to be for kids, but it's really going to be for the adults because they have like a complex, double meaning for things. Right. But more recently now with Pixar, it's been like, it's catered to kids and we're giving you the imagination, illumination, illumination cookie cutter for kids just to make money. So I don't know.
Yeah. I fell off Pixar a while back. I don't know. I haven't seen anything that's like making me want to watch a Pixar movie. No, don't get me wrong. I know they've got great movies. I like Inside Out Part 1.
That was good.
I haven't even seen Part 2 yet. I'm probably the only person on the planet who hasn't seen it because
number 10.
It made like 1.5 billion or something like that. So I know it's good, and I'll eventually see when it comes to Disney. But I haven't just been a Pixar person like I used to be from back in the day.
Because it used to be really good. But sorry, no. Yeah. So that part 5 is coming out and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. The next Pixar movie that we're going to talk about is Incredibles 3. I'm excited about this one.
I'm excited about this one too because
part 2 was good.
Part 2 was good, and they've always done good with Incredibles because Incredibles is really Fantastic Four, right? What Fantastic Four should have been. Yeah. Should have been. And so Part 1 was awesome. Part 2 was great. Part 3, I'm looking forward to it. I'm shocked they took this long
to make 2 and 3.
Part 3. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing this one. I'll be going to see
Part 3.
Part 3 for sure.
Yeah, because Part 2 was 14 years after the first one.
Right. So
Part 2 did good. So they're making a 3. Some people didn't like Part 2, and I'm like, I did. And I think my theories for Part 3 is that it's going to be more focused on the kids.
I hope they're older.
I hope they're older too, because I want to see, because Jack has all these powers. I want to see him actually like use them.
Yeah, he should be like 10 or something. Don't leave him as a baby.
Don't leave him. Yeah.
That kind of gets weird. Like he's a baby just blowing stuff up with his eyes and
then like
babbling on, blah, 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 blah. I mean, it's cool
like
and everything for 5 minutes, but it gets annoying after a while.
yeah, it gets
right?
annoying, and then he's really we want to see him use the powers.
Because he's powerful.
So I think that part 3 should be about the kids, because part 1 was about the dad, part 2 was about the mom.
Right.
So 3 should be about the kids, and they should be like Jack should be like 10 years later.
Like 10.
And then the other kids are like college, high school, something like that.
Yeah, they should just be like they're like established in their superpowers and they're doing stuff, and then maybe dad's retired or something, and we need to bring him out of retirement because this thing is so big. We need dad and mom. You know what I mean? Yeah. Something to that effect. But yeah, I don't want the kids just to be little babies anymore. I mean, that to me, that just makes sense.
So that's another one, and then the last one I think for Pixar, which I don't know much about, it's Elio. I think that's how you say it. And this one has Zoe Saldana as one of the voice actors, and this one is about a kid that what's the words? Oh my gosh. Is mistaken to be the leader of Earth. So like these aliens in space are like, who is your leader? And they think it's like this kid. And so they abduct him, and they're like, tell us about Earth or whatever. And he goes to space and is a kid.
I've never heard of this one.
Blah, blah,
the first time I even heard or even saw this Elio was this announcement in D23.
Yeah, it was supposed to come out this year.
Oh, was it?
In June of this year. Now it's coming. What?
Was it the strike delay or something? Or
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. So it's now coming out next year, June.
Oh, okay.
So it looks fine.
Well, I didn't even watch the trailer. Was the trailer okay, or
there was no trailer?
Oh wait, no,
trailer? There was a trailer.
Okay.
It looked fine.
Well, it's okay.
I don't know. It looked fine.
It was okay.
It was cool. It existed. I'm just trying to get through this so we can get to Marvel. Oh, God. Oh, that's the Marvel stuff.
To the meat.
Yeah. Next up is Snow White with the girl from the movie. With the girl from the dance movie.
West Side Story.
West Side Story. And okay, a lot of people thought that this movie was already canceled because there was like controversy around her and the villain in this movie, who is the villain in She-Hulk. I know names, guys. Just
I thought it's Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot is the villain.
Oh, I thought it was the other girl.
No. It's
it is Gal Gadot. Yeah,
it's Wonder Woman.
Yeah, it's Wonder Woman. I forgot. Yeah. So there was like controversy, but the controversy's dumb. So let me tell you about it. So it was because they're giving a new take to Snow White. So there's no Prince Charming saving her. And the way that she did it, like people are so used to the princess kind of thing, where it's like, what's her name? Halle Bailey was, when she was on her tours, her press tours, she was very princess-like, and she was like, I'm Ariel, and da da da. But Snow White here, she was like, the princess, there's no prince. Snow White can save herself, and she was like, people just didn't like her tone. It was like she wasn't giving Princess Cinderella. The live action Cinderella was very princess-like. Halle Bailey was, so they're like, okay, you're gonna be
true to material.
So she was just like, just like Prince, and
so there's no Prince in this.
There's no Prince.
Who's saving Snow White?
She can save herself. She can save herself.
Just stay true to the material.
Which I'm like, you know what? It's fine. It's the same thing I'm going to say that I'm going to say. People are going to say the same thing to us that I said to people about Ariel. If you don't like the new version, go watch the original. The original's for you. Go watch the original.
That's true.
This is our Ariel. So, hey, whoever wants to watch the Snow White, you got the Snow White. We have the original.
I'm with it.
So,
I'm with it. So, well, if we're going to be politically correct, you shouldn't even have dwarfs in this. Anyway.
Right? And I'm like, I don't know.
I'm just saying.
I don't know how they're going to do this one. I honestly, so, yeah.
Anyway.
Let me get, okay, there we go. Let's see. The next thing is Frozen 3.
What do you think? This was your movie. The first one.
The first one's very good. The second one is good too. But it's just like, I'm sighing because of the whole sequels thing. They made a lot of money, so they're making a part 3.
Oh, yeah. It's probably going to be 4.
Yeah. And they need to speed it up because Indina Menzel, she's getting older, and her voice is amazing. I mean, it's Indina Menzel.
Right.
So, keep it going with her, hopefully.
Yeah.
If they continue to make like a 4, 5, and 6. It's going to be interesting what this one's going to be about. I hope Elsa's more of a hero in this. I know that might be like a hot take, but Anna's always the one saving the day at the end of the day. I'm a Anna stan. Anna saves the day like she did in part 1. She gave the true love's hug. Part 2, she saved her sister from like going in the cave. I don't remember specifically. She saved her from going in the cave. Anna is the backbone of Frozen. And I have to tell the kiddos that too. They're like, who's your favorite? Elsa. I'm like, guys, Anna's the real one.
She's the real one, like.
That's it. That's the end of my rant.
That's your take.
That's the end of my rant. So, Frozen 3 is coming out.
I can't
That's
even
it.
remember Frozen 2.
Yeah, no.
I can barely remember Frozen 1.
Frozen 1's better. Okay, so next one is Zootopia. This is the one I'm most excited about.
Okay.
Zootopia 2. Zootopia 2. Did you watch Zootopia?
Zootopia was good.
Very good movie.
Yeah.
I've rewatched it several times.
Yeah, I like Zootopia.
So, Jason Bateman and Jennifer Goodwin is coming back as they're reprising their roles.
I like that.
And I think the rest, I don't know if the rest of them are coming back, but I know those two are coming back.
Jason Bateman's all you need.
I know. He voiced it very well, right?
He's all you need.
What a movie.
Did they say what the premise of this one's going to be?
No, I didn't see anything about it.
Okay.
I hope it's like the same tone. I just like the back and forth kind of disparities
all
thing.
the animals got personalities and they're interact. Yeah, Zootopia was good. I like Zootopia.
Zootopia was good.
I'm
And
excited for 2.
the thing is about 2, they're bringing, what's his name? I have it on my list. Yeah, y'all gonna have to see my list. Is this for Pixar? No, this is for Disney. Ki Hyun Kwan, who was in Squid Games, if y'all remember, is going to be voicing Gary the Snake.
No, that's not the guy from Squid Games.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry. This is the guy from Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yes.
And originally from?
Indiana Jones.
And originally from?
No, I don't.
Goonies.
Oh, gosh. The Goonies. The Goonies. The Goonies. Okay, I didn't watch The Goonies. But this is the guy from Everything Everywhere All at Once who is an Oscar winner.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that's exciting to have him on there.
He's everywhere now since he won that Oscar, man. He's in everything now. So it's good to see him in this movie. So we'll see how he does.
Yeah. The next one is Avatar 3. Okay. See, everything is a part. Everything's
Did they give a date when this was coming out?
No, I don't think they
because
did.
It took forever just to get Avatar Part 2 to come out.
I don't know if it took forever. No. Was it even? But the thing is, is it that they took forever, or wasn't even a thought to do a part 2? Because
from the point when they said we were going to do part 2, 3, 4, and 5, because they're doing 4 of them, right?
Yeah.
They're doing 4 Avatar movies. That was like 2016.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
When they said we're doing 4 Avatar
Yeah.
movies. We in 2024. When did Avatar come out? 2023?
Yeah, 2022,
Last year?
2023. Yeah, I think so. For 8 years, yeah. For 6 years.
Ever. So that's why I'm wondering, is this going to be another 10 years before we see this one?
It's saying...
People are aging up.
Well, I know that they filmed at the same time, so it's saying 2025.
Is it 2025?
It's saying, yeah.
Okay, good.
It's saying 2025. I don't know
this
what part 2 came out.
Fire and what? Fire and Ash?
Fire and Ash, so they're doing Avatar. We're gathering all of our elements. Okay, we did water, we're doing fire, so...
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm here for it.
part 2 came out in 2022, so this one's 3 years later.
Okay.
So it's like more reasonable.
Okay, that's more reasonable. I could deal with that. Yeah, 3 years apart doesn't bother me.
Yeah, and I know it's gonna be good. I'm pretty sure Zoe Saldana's coming back. I don't know. Yeah, they're all coming back.
Yeah,
so
it'll be good.
I don't know. Okay, so the next thing is Lion King. I do not care for this movie.
You don't want to know how I like it.
I have even watched the other live action, and it's just because I get so angry thinking about it. I don't know why.
It's the same plot.
I just don't care.
It's beat for beat.
Exactly.
Same word, same plot.
I think that's what makes me mad. It's beat for beat, the same thing. You just did it for money.
No, because there's a couple of new songs in it. You got Beyonce got a new song in it, whatever. It's the same.
And then it's just like when I watch it, this is why I chose this picture specifically, because it looks trash. Where are the shadows in this photo?
Well,
where are the shadows in this?
It's still in development, man.
I don't care. I don't care.
You're critiquing development.
I just don't like. I'm so sick of the live action.
So
one.
Here's why I like this one, even though it's a trope that's been done before.
Mm-hmm.
You see this all the time happening. In fact, they're even doing this in Transformers 1 now. So Scar and Mufasa are friends. Like they like
Yeah,
each
yeah,
other.
yeah.
In fact, even when you watch the trailer, I watched the trailer, and the trailer is a good premise, but been done before. So in the trailer, you see that Scar. His name is something else. He's not named Scar. I can't remember what his name is. But anyway, he finds Mufasa. Mufasa is an orphan.
Oh,
Scar is supposed to be king.
right.
Scar brings Mufasa into his family, right? And they go on this adventure, and then there's a fight between another lion family, blah, blah, blah. But if you think about the premise of this, you want to know why Scar is so bitter. Why does Scar hate Mufasa so? And why did Scar throw Mufasa off a cliff? Hello, I was supposed to be king. How did you end up being the king and you're not even you are orphaned?
He's Thor.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be
it's Thor and Loki.
pretty much. So if they do it right, then you kind of see how, because if you watch the trailer, right, Scar's all like happy, loving Mufasa. Oh, I always wanted a brother. Come on in. He loves him.
That's actually kind of crazy. That Mufasa's actually. I have no. Okay, wait. Now that I'm thinking about it, you were orphan. I brought you in.
Brought you in,
and then you're gonna be.
And I was like, I always wanted a brother. I love you, Mufasa. And now how you end up being king? If they do it right,
It could be good.
it could be good. If they do it right, where it's like they show how he just. Nah, they ain't gonna do this because it's Disney. But it'd be cool if they show Mufasa betrayed Scar and took the throne.
Something. Yeah. But the thing is,
but that's not what they're gonna do.
They're not. That's not what they're gonna do.
It's gonna be the dad, whoever Scar's father is, realizing Mufasa is more suited to be king. Or
something like that.
Anyway.
Okay, I might watch it now because it's like, how you gonna be king? I brought you in. I could have left you on the street.
That's what I'm saying. He found him in a river.
I could have left you on the streets. That's crazy.
That's why I'm here for it. I'm like, okay, cool. This could be cool if they do it right. They won't, but let's see.
The problem that I have with it is that it's live action. Why couldn't you just make it animated? Because the problem I have with the live action is that you can barely see the facial expressions because they're trying to make it realistic. So I'm like, animals don't do facial expressions like you can get away with animation.
Right.
So that's the only thing. So I was like, I didn't watch the live action one because I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it thinking.
You should watch it.
No.
You should watch. No, they move. They move a little bit. They move a little bit. Little smiles and stuff in there. You be all right. What's next?
Tron. Actually, forget for Zootopia 3. This is what I'm excited about.
I'm excited about this too.
Nine Inch Nails is coming back for the music. Everyone wanted Dead Mouse. Was that it? Yeah, that wasn't them, right? Which was the dubstep group that was really popular in 2012, 2013. And they wanted them to come back because the soundtrack in Tron Legacy
sound has a really good.
Is incredible.
Really good soundtrack.
And so at first I was on the same side as everyone else about Nine Inch Nails. Which do you know Nine Inch Nails?
Oh, I know 9 Inch Nails,
okay.
But I don't know what the controversy thing or whatever.
Well, people wanted Dead Mouse to come back because of Tron Legacy.
Yeah.
And I was the same way, but then I re-listened to the music because I used to listen to Nine Inch Nails in middle school, and I re-listened to it, and I was like, okay, it's the same. It's giving the same as dubstep. It's like giving like the same vibe.
Yeah.
And I think they can do it. I think if we give them a chance, they can do it. Yeah.
I'm just excited. I don't really care about the music is awesome.
The music matters.
And it is.
Yeah.
Tron Legacy. Was it Tron Legacy?
Yeah.
What's it called? Tron Legacy was good.
Mm-hmm.
It fell short because the graphics were bad at the time. Because when they brought in Jeff Bridges and they did him younger, it wasn't there yet.
But
now,
yeah.
I don't know if they're gonna bring Jeff Bridges back.
They are.
Is that because he's there, and the guy who plays Tron, he's older as well, so they're gonna have to bring him back. And of course, your favorite boy's in it too.
Evan Peters.
No.
You really, Dad? The guy? No. What's his name? Fake Oscar winner. He's not a fake Oscar winner, but he's trash. I forgot his name. at this point. I put him on the list. Something. Jared Leto. Like, I don't care about Jared Leto
your favorite
at all.
actor is in there, Jared Leto. Jared Leto, he gets a bad rap because here's the problem with Jared Leto.
Okay.
I like Jared Leto, but I like him in smaller movies.
Like as a smaller part? Or do you mean?
He's been trying to break into movies where he's in a big budget, blah, blah, blah. Now, he was good in 2049.
Sure. Yeah.
I forget
Blade Runner.
Blade Runner 2049. He was actually pretty good in that. But everything else where it's big budget, he just doesn't do a good job, in my opinion. Like, for instance, when he was Joker, he just overdid the Joker. We all know Joker's supposed to be crazy and psychotic, but he just took it where it was like just too
I think
weird.
I think that is the problem with Jared Leto. Is that if I were to rate him as like a actor, I would give him a 5 out of 10. He's very mediocre. Like, I feel like he could do better. I don't think he's bad, but I feel like he's just not good. Like, I don't explain it.
He just sticks to
like,
parts there where he's smaller in the part where it's real people. But when he's been a grandiose person, like a bigger than life person, he's too bigger than life. Mm-hmm. Morbius wasn't his fault because it was just written bad and shot bad.
Yeah.
But hey,
I don't think he was horrible in that. The movie was bad, but I feel like his acting, like what I remember, I feel like the acting wasn't. It was just kind of like
it was okay.
It was fine.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad. It was okay. But that's my only concern about Tron Ares is because Jared Leto's in it.
Yeah, me too.
He doesn't have a good track record of making movies good. But I'm excited for Tron because I'm a big Tron fan.
I'm excited for it. I am really worried about Jared Leto. I'm excited about Evan Peters though, because you know Evan Peters, the Quicksilver. Yeah. I'm excited for him because we've been seeing a decline. Well, this is parasocial relationship that I'm about to like get into. We've been seeing a decline in his mental health after the Netflix show that he was in about the killer.
The Dahmer?
Dahmer. You could just tell that he hated that character. Every time he was interviewed, he was just like, I don't want to talk about it. Or he would just, every time you see him on camera, he was just depressed. Yeah. And he went into a hole, I feel like. But then he came back with Quicksilver. And then he came back, like he's back for this. And I feel like I think he needs more happier roles. Like, okay, let's stop. Like what was it? Haunted House?
Yeah.
That show that he was on, it was not Haunted House, guys. I know the name of the show. Just American Horror Story.
American Horror Story.
Okay?
American Horror Story.
American Horror Story. Like, let's get him out of this, you know? So I'm excited about that. I'm excited for the graphics and the lighting. I really hope, one of my favorite, like, behind the scenes is from Tron.
Yeah.
Because they built those sets. They put the lights in the ground. They put the lights up. They built the sets. And so I hope that they do that again and don't use a lot of CGI. Yeah. Bring the sets, bring the suits. You saw, like, the suits?
Yeah, the lighting in the suits and stuff like that.
They built those suits.
I know.
They got to get rid of this. Practical.
I'm really excited for this. The story, from what I understand about this, the premise of the story is that the Tron world, Tron is the person I know, but the computer world is supposed to be coming out into the real world, which I don't know how you're going to do that. It can either be a really disastrous or it could be really, really awesome. But the light speeders and all of that's supposed to be out in the real world, and it's like how to get them back into the computer world. Anyway, I hope somebody wrote it really well because I'll be really disappointed if they didn't write it well. I prefer to be in the computer world myself, but that's the promise that they escape. Hey, but at the end of Tron Legacy, that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to get out to the real world, right?
Sure. I hope it's all at night. That's what I'm thinking about.
Right, it's gonna be
like all the things be at night.
It's all at night because you can't have the light suits during the day, Leia.
You can't have it during the day. No, what's that?
It's gonna be wrong. I can't see the lighting. It's gonna be all dark.
Whatever. I hope it's all at night or something, or like
vampire Trons,
like something. Okay. Let's see the next thing. Lilo and Stitch, live Lilo and Stitch. Already people are like, the CGI is trash. Throw it away.
This is stupid. Right here, I saw the CGI for this, and I was thinking, why?
I feel like it wasn't that bad. No. I feel like his fur should be darker though.
Listen,
I mean that's the problem
I don't have a problem when you turn an animation into a live action when you use real people, because to me it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right? Because you have real people. The problem you have with Lion King is you're trying to make animated animals into live action animals, and it just doesn't translate very well. And I agree with that. This to me seems like this is a character that looks to be a cartoon that you're trying to make look like a real thing. You have no frame of reference for it. A lion, you know what a lion looks like. Mm-hmm. So when they do the animated lion in live action, you can say, yeah,
that looks like
a lion. There is no Lilo.
But the thing is, the comparison I could make is, or the argument I can make is Sonic. Sonic looked good.
Sonic did look good. You're right. Sonic did look good, and it worked. Remember though, the first Sonic was trash.
And the audience was like, "You need to change this, or we're not going to do it." And they
go back and redo it.
I'm so happy they listened to the audience.
and they had to go back
Everyone
and do it.
came out to watch
Sonic,
it.
you're right. Sonic did look good.
Yeah.
I'll give you that argument. I just didn't like how this looked. This looked like trash.
The fur is not right. The fur doesn't look good at all. Like,
just leave it alone, man.
they're not gonna leave it alone.
Not
They gotta make their money.
everything that you as a cartoon, you have to make a 3D animation. Is Disney just gonna go back into the vault and bring every cartoon and just make it live action? That's your plan?
Yeah.
I guess so.
They're finally making a Hercules musical, which people have been wanting that to be a live action movie for a long time. I love Hercules. Have you seen that movie?
Yes, I've seen it.
I love Hercules. That's my favorite Disney movie.
It was so long ago.
The movie is so good. the music in it is so well done, and like the gospel, the gospel women, everyone's like, oh, who should play? Who should play? Yeah, I don't know. So I hope it becomes a movie, but we'll see about that one. The next one is Freakier Friday.
Freakier Friday. It's been like 20-something years since the first one, right?
Yes, I don't care. I'm very happy for Lindsay Lohan. I've been following her career since her comeback.
She's actually been doing pretty good.
She's been doing pretty good.
She had fell hard.
She
came
had
back strong. She had a movie on I want to say it was Netflix the other day. It was a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty good. Did you see it?
Well, it wasn't the other day, so I'm like,
it was like
or that you watched.
It was like 2 or 3 years.
Okay, I was really weird. I was like, the one that you watched.
It was
like,
2 years ago.
Okay, yeah.
It was good.
It was good. It was good. It was
She
good.
was actually normal in it. I was like, okay, you doing
She was
great.
normal.
Yeah, so I'm
Yes.
excited for this Freakier Friday. I don't know where you go with this though, because this has been done so many times with the body switch. So
They done it first. Not really.
No,
They did.
are they gonna switch again, or are they?
Switch with someone else?
Is she have a daughter she's gonna switch
I hope
with,
it's
or is
not
it gonna be
that.
a 3-way switch with Jamie Lee Curtis, her, and her
Kid.
daughter,
so that they can
so
continue
it could
the
be
story.
freakier.
No, my gosh! I hope that it's not a kid. I hope that it's the two of them switch and done.
I am not really looking forward to this movie.
What? I already know it's gonna be bad, but it's for the nostalgia.
I like Freaky Friday. I did like Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
But I'm not looking forward to this. I don't know where you can go with this. I don't know what more you can do with this.
Yeah.
And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll come out, shoot it, and I'll be like, oh my God, this was great. I doubt it, but we'll see.
I feel like it's gonna be bad. But I'm gonna watch it. I know what I think about it. But I'm still gonna watch it for the nostalgia and because Lindsay Lohan's doing great.
Yes.
And the thing is, people compare Lindsay Lohan to Amanda Bynes.
Oh, Amanda Bynes is a mess. Jesus. She fell off hard. Like hard.
They're the same age.
Are they?
So people compare like how they fell and then if they made a comeback and people are still hoping for Amanda.
Nah. She done.
It's done, guys. It's done. Okay, next one is Percy Jackson.
I didn't even finish season 1. Did you finish season 1?
I never watched season 1. I'm trying to remember his name. Walker something.
Yeah, he did the
Walker Scobell.
the project, the Adam Project.
Yes, I was gonna talk about that. Oh, my son! He's 15 now, guys. I have been following him since the Adam Project, and just seeing him grow and like, cause that was his first big movie.
Yeah, he was good in that.
And he was so good in it that they casted him for Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
I
I watched the first like 3 or 4 episodes, and I liked it. I just didn't finish it. I don't even know why. Probably because other stuff was on.
I'm not interested. I'm so happy for him. Ooh, I never watched it. I'm not interested in kids shows anymore.
Well, it's not necessarily a kids show. It's about Greek gods and stuff like that. It was actually pretty good.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't. Nah, I'm not saying like if you got something else to watch that first. Like if you have nothing to watch,
right,
and you need something to watch, then watch Percy Jackson. That's the kind of show it is for me. It was good, but I'm not gonna go out of my way to watch it. So now that I'm kind of finished all my shows, I think I may go back and finish it. Yeah, because it was actually getting good.
But yeah, they have they announced season 2, and it's going to be streaming in 2025. And the thing is about this is that people are shocked by his voice from the trailer.
Deeper?
Yeah, because people are like, "Oh my gosh, he hit puberty," and like his voice is like,
"Oh, deep."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm Percy Jackson."
I'm Percy Jackson.
So they were like, "Oh my gosh!" But yeah, people loved it. So
yeah, people liked it. It did well. It did well.
Yeah.
So
So finally, we're at Marvel.
Bring on the meats.
Bring on Marvel. So we had the announcement of Ironheart for it's a show, right? Yeah. And Ryan Coogler is directing it, or he's the executive producer? Okay, so Ryan Coogler is the executive producer of the show, and we watched the trailer, and it looks fine. They tried to do they show the action sequences, and at the very end, people are talking about the very end of the trailer, and it's like she used the iron suit to flip a car, and I feel like in every trailer they have like a car flip or like a car split in half or like a car. And I'm like, okay, what else can you do?
I'm not 100% on this show, to be honest with you. I saw her in
Wakanda
Forever. She was okay. I don't necessarily like the premise for this show because everybody gets a suit in Marvel now. The Dora Milaje got a suit. Spider-Man got a suit. She got a suit. Everybody got a suit. So it's like anybody can just make this type of technology, nanotechnology. I mean, you just so smart.
No, it's no longer nanotechnology. She built it.
Oh, it's an actual?
Yeah, it's actual.
So it's not nano.
No.
It's going to be a mechanical suit.
Yeah.
At least that.
It's a mechanical suit.
At least that, because come on.
But I agree with Spider-Man. I didn't like his suit. I'm happy that he's now stitching himself. So that worked well. Yeah. But yeah. And then what's her face got didn't Miss Marvel get a Wakanda suit too?
She had a suit too.
I don't know if it was Wakanda, but it was like
some kind of suit.
Someone gave her a suit.
And then the thing about with Ironheart is, I'm sorry, you could be a genius and design something, but the money that it would be required to create this
okay,
suit?
no. I don't think you saw the trailer.
I saw the trailer. They robbed a bank or something. She got a bunch of money. The amount of money that was in that chest was not enough for this
She
Listen,
stole parts from
you
MIT, and
she has millions of dollars it would take to create this suit. She had a chest like this full of money.
It's fine.
Whatever, man.
Whatever, man.
I can't even get past that part. And then it flies, and she's super strong. And where's she gonna use it? Who's she fighting?
She's a neighborhood
Iron Man.
She's neighborhood Ironheart.
No villain.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
No villain has a chance. Think about it. You wear a Stark suit in the neighborhood?
Yeah.
Which villain has a chance against you? So that means they're gonna have to bring in a big bad. Corporate level big bad that she's got. There's no way she's fighting street criminals.
Yeah.
That fight's over in 2 minutes. Right? Yeah. So that means you're gonna have to bring in some corporate big bad who has another suit. I bet you.
Oh, I'm bored.
And now she's gonna have to fight that person with that suit. But before we see that person with that suit, we're gonna have to watch like seven episodes.
Okay, you found the suit. This guy wants a suit, but he builds his own suit. And then you find him in the suit.
It's going to take 4 episodes for her to get her suit.
Oh, my. Yeah.
And then by the time we get to the big bad, it's going to be like, yo.
I don't care.
I don't even care. I'm not even looking forward to this. Nah.
Yeah.
I'm not even. I'm not even remotely excited about this show. Not even.
Okay. Okay, let's see the next thing then. Let's maybe we'll be excited for the next thing. No. Agatha all along. So, what do we think about this one?
I'm curious about this. I mean, she was a good part of that show.
WandaVision?
WandaVision. I did like her character. She was good. She was funny. It was good. So I'm curious. I'll give it a chance for sure. I still don't understand. It looks like she's trying to get her powers back from what I'm looking at. She's trying to get powers back. So I'm interested. What about you?
It's fine. I feel like Andrea Plaza.
Yeah. Oh, she's in it. Yeah,
Is that her name? I don't know.
Something Plaza. Yeah, something like that. She's good, but she's gonna play the same character. She plays the same character in every show.
She plays herself, and I don't know.
She plays herself. She's monotone.
I just hope that she's not in it too much because her character can be like when she does that character, it's like okay, let's move on now. Like move the plot forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But other than that, I guess I don't know.
I'll watch it.
I'll watch it because I like Wanda and I want to see if Wanda's back because they did write her name on that little obituary thing.
Yeah.
Or like a library thing or something.
The only way realistically for her to get her powers back is to bring Wanda back. Because Wanda's the one that took her memory and powers away.
Right.
So she would have to somehow bring Wanda back, but I don't know. We'll see. No one ever dies in the
No one ever dies, and then it also makes me think about White Vision. Remember?
Yeah.
That random thing that was in
Yeah.
3 years ago in 2021.
Yeah.
That's why phases 4 and 5 has declined, because people were like, "What happened to Shang-Chi? What happened to White Vision? What happened to this?"
I was shocked to see
that.
there was no Shang-Chi 2 announcements in D23 or Comic-Con.
That is why there's a downfall of phases 4 and 5. And the thing is, I want to talk about it a little bit because people were like, "Oh, Shang-Chi was okay. Why would he get a part 2?" That's exactly what I felt about Captain America: First Adventure. I did not like that movie. Still to this day, I don't think I've ever fully finished that movie without falling asleep. Every time I try to put it on, I fall asleep. But imagine if they were just like, "Oh, 2011, and we're going to wait 3 years, 2014, 2015. We're just never going to give him as part 2. No one would care about this character. You have to build upon it and give them sequels.
Yeah.
So it's like, and then Moon Knight. Do we care about Moon Knight?
No, it was trash. Moon Knight was trash. I'm sorry.
I care more now about Miss Marvel, because Miss Marvel would have been done for me. But she got some more character development. I'm like, okay, she's cool.
I still don't like her.
She's cool. Monica Rambeau was always amazing. So
yeah, but she's a different universe now.
Which is cool. Okay, what are we doing with X-Men? Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. You gotta build upon it, but it's fine. Okay, so we have Agatha, and then I think this is the most. No. The next thing is more. I'm more excited about the next thing. But Fantastic Four is back, and it's a very futuristic, old timey.
Yeah. They're in the 60s, but not our 60s.
Yeah.
Because they have high technology. So they're in a different 60s. But
I like the premise.
I like it too. I like the cast for sure for Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. This is their 4th attempt to do Fantastic Four. So
no.
4th. You didn't even know what the first one that was done way back when that was trash.
Yeah. At first for Johnny Storm, I forgot his name, the guy from A Quiet Place. I wasn't excited about him being casted originally, but after seeing A Quiet Place, I'm like, okay, he's good looking. Okay, he can be the Johnny Storm.
Everybody loves him from Stranger Things.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what made him.
Well, that's what made him. But then when it was announced, all the people backpedaled, being like, he could never be Johnny Storm though. Like, he's not Johnny Storm good looking. And I'm like, guys, yeah, because this is the girly pop section. Johnny Storm has to be good looking. Sorry, I don't care. I don't care if it's superficial. What's the word? Superficial. I don't care. Oh my God. He's a good looking.
Well, with a name like Johnny Storm, you better be good.
So people were like, no, he's not Johnny Storm good looking. We have Chris Evans. We have Michael B. Jordan.
We'll see.
But I feel like he did good in A Quiet Place. And then some people don't like Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, because he's not white, right? Pedro Pascal.
You think it's that?
Yeah. Well, it's not because they don't want a non-white person to do it. It's not a race thing. It's just that because Reed Richards has a look.
Yeah.
He's got the white trim, on his hair, right? So there's a certain look he has that is of a Caucasian person. So when you see Pedro Pascal, again, it's not racial. It's just their brain.
They're just like, it has to be him. It has to be the guy. I kind of wanted the guy from the original to come back. He still looks good because he was in Bad Boys. No, Dad, he could have came back. I don't remember his name, but the original Fantastic Four, not original, but from 2001, 2002, 2003, something like that.
He could not come back. There's too much stain on that.
No, it's fine because Chris Evans came back.
For 5 seconds.
That was so good.
5 seconds. Anyway, but no, so that's why people they're not big on Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
But once they get to the movie theater,
they're gonna love him.
And he starts acting, their brain will adjust and he will become Reed Richards. The same thing about Hugh Jackman. He was too tall.
Oh, to do
the same
Wolverine,
thing with Batman, Ben Affleck. Look, people have a certain look in their brain for someone, and then it takes the person to come on the screen. Then after a few minutes, your brain adjusts, and it's like, okay, this is the guy.
Yeah.
After a while, they're not gonna imagine people. For instance, I'll give you this straight right now. Nick Fury, right?
Yeah.
You can't even imagine anybody playing Nick Fury unless it was Sam Jackson. Nick Fury's a white
He's
guy
a
with
white guy.
curly hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But when Sam Jackson became Nick Fury,
It's like that's the
it
guy.
took your brain, and then from that point, it was like, well, that's Nick Fury. If you see a white Nick Fury, you're gonna be like, this ain't Nick Fury.
But that was the original, yeah.
That's the original.
Yeah.
So when Pedro Pascal gets on there, he'll play the part. He's a damn good actor.
He is. The Last of Us,
He's
Mandalorian,
he's killing it.
Game of Thrones. Like, come on,
So,
yeah.
So once you get in there and they see it, their brain adjusts. He'll be Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah, and I think they casted well for Susan Storm too. I like her look. I think she was in Mission Impossible Fallout.
She was in Mission Impossible.
So-
She was also in Fast and the Furious. What's the movie? Fast and the Furious. Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh, okay.
She was the
I don't
sister
remember
for
Hobbs, Shaw.
For Shaw. Yeah.
I don't remember that one, but I remember. I know I watched it, but I don't remember that one. But okay, so I liked her Mission Impossible Fallout. So
She was good. No, she's a
I
good
think she
actress.
can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They better do it.
I think this is a good.
They got a great cast.
Yeah, they have a good cast and it's a good premise. The trailer looks good. Like I don't know. I have a lot of hope for this. I really do. Even though it's like the fourth attempt. Like
Kevin Feige's on this one.
he's on this one now.
He's not like outsourcing this one like he's done for the past few years now. He's on this one.
Yeah.
Like he's the producer. His hands are gonna be involved in this one. He's a big Fantastic Four fan.
Okay.
So if this fails, Kevin Feige has lost his touch.
Yeah, you're done.
You're like, Kevin, this is your move. This is your movie.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I hope. Yeah, I definitely hope so. And oh, wait. They're supposed to say something before this. Did I skip something? We'll have to just look it up. No, because we're talking about Marvel, so we will have to look it up. Daredevil, our cast. So talk about it, Dad. What is happening with Daredevil?
So Daredevil, man, I just love what happened with Daredevil. They were shooting it differently, right?
Yeah.
18 episodes, Daredevil Born Again, and of course they were doing it all new, completely new Daredevil, different universe. They did not bring back their original cast. It was just going to be the two guys.
Charlie Cox
and Vincent
D'Onofrio.
That was it, and it was going to be all the different. And they shot 11 episodes of this thing, and it did not work.
It didn't work.
Scrapped all 11 episodes, which is crazy, by the way.
Right.
Because that's millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Okay. And they brought back the old cast, and they're going back to the old universe.
I'm very happy they brought back Karen and Feige in the original ones because they were good. And I don't like when they just like, oh, we're just gonna throw the cast out because we're trying to do something new. It's like if it worked, don't like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
I agree. I'm glad they went back to the original premise, the original cast, the original direction. Just keep it the same.
Yeah.
There was nothing bad about Daredevil.
There was nothing bad about it. It was
nothing.
very good.
It was very good.
Yeah.
So continue on that same route. If you want to jump ahead a few years,
right?
which I suggest you do.
Yeah.
Don't try to pick up where you left off because it'll be too jarring for us.
Right.
But just jump ahead like 5 years, something like that. You're a little more established. People know you in the neighborhood. He's a neighborhood lawyer. Heck, you went out and was giving advice to Spider-Man, right?
Right. Yeah. So you're really a lawyer now.
Really a lawyer. So build on all that, and take that into the show.
Yeah. So do you think it's gonna be connected? Then it's not like a separate Marvel thing.
No, I think it's gonna be connected. It's still gonna be connected because not much happened in Spider-Man that would throw it off.
Right.
The only thing that was weird is him and She-Hulk because they were trying to make him funny.
He was in She-Hulk?
Yes, he was in She-Hulk.
Oh, right. He was like in She-Hulk.
He was in She-Hulk.
He was like dating her and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but even that, his suit was different. Remember, it was red and gold.
Trash.
Yeah, and he came to meet the suit maker, right? To get him for him to make a suit for him, which was kind of stupid. Like you got a guy he was a designer, but he was designing suits for superheroes.
I thought that was fine because the boys had it. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's not enough there to throw off whatever they're doing. Whatever. Your brain's not gonna say, well, that doesn't make sense because he did this in She-Hulk.
Right.
There's not enough there to throw it off, right? This doesn't make sense because in Spider-Man he was this way.
Yeah.
So it's so small, it doesn't throw off who Daredevil is for us, and it'll flow fine.
Right. I feel like a funny joke that could be in this show is like Foggy could be like, oh, that girl's hitting on you. He's like, oh, I've already dated a lawyer. I don't want to do that again. Or something. That could be funny.
Something like that.
Yeah.
He dated what's her name.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm glad they bring it back. Make it gritty. Don't make it light. You know how they
Rated
did.
R. Yeah.
Yeah.
TVMA.
Keep it tough. What they did with Kingpin in what was it called? Hawkeye, when he had the Hawaiian shirt on, he was just being silly.
Dad.
Scrap that crap.
Dad.
What?
That was so disrespectful to the character. I don't know why Vincent even acted that. I was like, I'm not doing this scene.
Yeah, he should have been like, get somebody else to do it.
You got to get somebody else to do it. I'm not doing this.
Because the character in Netflix was so polished.
She just killed him easily.
So polished.
Yeah.
And then, well, I know you haven't seen Echo, and by the way, don't.
I'm not interested.
Oh, it's trash. I didn't even finish it. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Echo was so bad, and the way they had Kingpin in Echo. First of all, I'm gonna spoil it. Don't care who listens.
Yeah.
Because it's been out. So in the end of Hawkeye, he gets shot in the eye.
Yeah.
Like he's dead.
Yeah.
He's back in Echo, but it was like a scratch. Like he just had an eye patch on.
I'm fine.
Shot in the head, but
like.
But by the middle of it, his eye had grown back. That he could see again.
He could
it's like,
like, what are you doing, man?
whatever.
Nah, I'm Kingpin. It's fine.
Yeah, Kingpin, I'm fine. I'm human. I got powers. So it was just bad. Echo was so bad. There was such a good premise for a character, for Echo. Because she's deaf and her senses are heightened.
Yeah.
She's almost like Daredevil. But it was just so bad. Bad writing. They dropped all 6 episodes at one time because they know how bad it was.
Oh, no.
It was bad. There was no reason to try to do it weekly because they were not going to get us to come back weekly.
Yeah.
Leia, I got to episode 4 and I said, I know there's 2 more episodes sitting there, but what's the point?
What's the point? What bothered me, what made me turn it off is that, I don't know if maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but you bring in a deaf character and the majority of people are hearing. So like the conversations were most of the conversations were very choppy. Bring in characters that are also deaf, or not also deaf, but fluent in sign language, right? So that you can have complex sentences. I was reading it and I'm like, this is broken up sentences, or people are half talking and things like that. Yeah. And I was like, I don't want to watch this. I don't even like.
It was bad.
The writing just wasn't good.
It was bad.
Teach people the sign language or just scrap it. Like
the town she went back to, her home, her family was bad. The story
that's
was
what
bad.
it was.
They should have never shot Echo. They should have did what they did with this other show, Daredevil. They should have watched it and said, you know what, this is too bad to produce. Scrap it,
and we'll come back another time because she's a good actress, and I liked her in Hawkeye. I love the scenes between Hawkeye and her. So bring it back where it's like the same tone as Daredevil, and it could be good.
Nah, let's let it go.
No, bring it back.
Nope.
Bring it back.
Trash.
Bring it back. Bring it back. So the last thing we're going to talk about, I think we only have one more thing. I'm pretty sure, and it's the one. I don't know if there's any other Star Wars news, but this is the only Star Wars news I know about.
Yeah, Skeleton Crew is the only thing that's coming out this year. It was the only thing that was put out in D23.
Yeah, coming out December 3rd.
December 3rd. I hope it's good. I mean, Star Wars has been taking hits.
I don't care about this. I saw it, and I saw it was children.
It was kids.
I'm not watching
I know you don't
this.
like kid shows.
I don't like watching kids in movies because they're so... I can't do it.
But Jude Law's in it. He's a Jedi.
Oh, that's who that was. I was trying to figure out who it was. I do love Jude Law.
So Jude Law's pretty good. So hopefully he brings it together. Hopefully he's not showing up in like episode 3 or something.
He's showing up in episode 3. He's showing up. Actually, he's showing up in the season finale for 3 seconds.
Like the last minute. The whole show's about kids.
Dad, it's about kids. I don't care. I'm gonna have somebody else watch it.
They're going on an adventure.
No, I don't care about your adventure. The thing is, you're not gonna listen. You're not gonna listen when someone's like, "Hey, don't go in there because of this and this." But we can do it. No, like
we can make it work.
Dad, I can't.
Come on, guys.
Come on, guys. We can do. Like,
let's go down this dark alley at midnight.
Dad,
nothing bad's gonna happen.
I can't do kids and shows. I can't do kids and shows.
Because they don't listen.
Ryan? Oh, in The Boys. Let's talk about Ryan in The Boys because we never gonna talk about The Boys. Ryan in The Boys. Because in the end of season 4, really quick spoiler, big spoiler, Ryan kills Grace. Right. My girl Grace. I liked Grace, right. Okay? And Butcher now he wants to be like, oh, superheroes are bad. Let me do this now. We've been been knew we didn't like Ryan when he was like, no, he's my dad at the end of season 3. Right. So we couldn't get Homelander. I don't like kids in shows, okay? I don't like them because I was like, Ryan, you don't know the situation. You don't know why why do you think that everybody's here? You think we're just here for fun?
But he's a little more mature.
You think that we're just here for fun?
He was a little more mature in season 4. He was a little more mature in season 4.
Yeah, I did like Ryan. And
he was a little more mature in season 4.
But I just knew that he was...
Skeleton Crew, though, these are like 9-year-olds.
I'm not watching this. I'm not watching it.
The problem right now with Star Wars, because with Acolyte, did you watch all of Acolyte yet?
Oh.
Have you finished it?
No, I didn't finish it because it was something, and I was like, I think I had like 2 episodes left.
It was trash.
It wasn't trash. The fight scenes were good.
No. That's the only thing good about Acolyte. The only thing good about Acolyte was the fight scenes.
But the story
Everything
was
else,
bad.
the story was bad. And the reason why the story was bad, I don't know, because it was a really good premise.
Yeah.
Right? But see, I think what happened is because what they said Acolyte was supposed to be is we're supposed to be following the rise of an apprentice in the dark side.
Right.
So everybody was excited about it. But I think what they did here was instead of starting Acolyte where the apprentice is already established, who's the Acolyte, who's already established in the Force. And
the good place guy?
No, the Acolyte is the girl.
Oh, okay.
She's
okay.
She's the apprentice, right?
Right.
The twin.
Right.
So instead of starting there where she's already established and we're just following her through,
right?
And at some point she tried to kill her master because of the rule of 2. It starts where, no, we need to see how she became the Acolyte. And that's what they did. So they wanted to show us how this person became the Acolyte first. Season 2 will now be her journey as the Acolyte.
Right.
By the way, there won't be a season 2 because this show
unfortunately,
was trash. It was too bad. There's no way to greenlight this show.
Yeah, they tried to do both at the same time, and they should have just did one or the other.
It was bad. The witch thing was bad. What the witches were bad. It made no sense what was happening there. The story had no cohesion. You kill your best character in the very first episode, Trinity.
Yeah, Trinity.
Okay. Even though she's in arrest,
which is crazy.
Then you had 2 episodes that were exactly the same episodes.
Same
but it was
episodes.
From different point of views.
Yeah.
Why?
That made me mad, Dad.
Beat for beat.
I think that's where I stopped because it was the same episode. I turned it off.
It was beat for beat.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I understand you're trying to show me the other side of it, but other shows have done this before where you skip certain things because it's like, okay, I already saw this. You don't have to show it to me again.
No, I forgot.
Just show me the one side,
yeah.
But as I'm looking at it, then you cut because I don't need to see it again.
Yeah.
Nope. They show you the one side and they still show you the story. So it was like, I saw this.
Yeah, that was the last episode I was on.
So it was just bad. And I really was rooting for this show because I wanted, because the action was so good.
Right.
But just bad.
Yeah, they dropped the ball. They should have just kept it to where she was already Acolyte and then she,
She should have started where she was already Acolyte.
Yeah.
Now you got flashback scenes or something. But now we're going to Skeleton Crew. There's going to be a bad taste in people's mouth for this.
I don't care for this.
Because first of all, I don't see any lightsaber scenes. There's no Force scenes happening here.
There was one little Force scene when he tried to pick up the key.
So now you're trying to deal with kids, whatever. The only saving grace is that John Watts is directing this. And he did all 3 Spider-Mans. John Watts.
Oh, yeah.
Just directed all 3 Spider-Man movies. With your boy, Tom Holland. All 3 Spider-Mans are John Watt movies.
Oh, I'm thinking Mark Webb, but that's Andrew Garfield.
Yeah,
okay, John Watts. Okay.
Tom Holland movie. All the 3 of them are John Watts.
Okay.
So your only saving grace in
that's
is
not
that...
really... Sorry, that's not a good argument. I'm sorry.
Well, no, because the Spider-Man movies are shot well. The movies, look, I'm not a big Tom Holland fan because this is how he talks. Come on, hey, Mr. Stark. No.
I guess that's the writing. I guess that's on the writing.
I just don't like how he talks.
Yeah.
He just sounds, he's trying to be a kid. He's 20-something years old.
Yeah.
And he's trying to play, I'm 16.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Stark. It just doesn't.
Part 3 was good.
Part 3 was good because he was a little more mature in there.
Right.
So his voice was better. The other 2, he was forced to try to be a kid. Look, man, just talk.
Right.
Just talk.
Sorry, dude.
So I'm trying to be like, Mr.
Stark, I need help all the time. Bro, aren't you the smartest kid in class?
Can you help me with my homework? Shut up,
bro. Like,
you made a tinsel string web. Get out of here with this. Whatever. But so that's what kind of. But the movies were good. So John Watts is a good director. So, I'm excited that John Watts is directing it and not some, because right now they've been killing it. I just hope that they have moved now to a TV format.
Right.
Because what they do now is they shoot a movie and then they
chop
cut
it
it up in pieces.
Yeah.
Making it 35 minutes long, 40 minutes long, 30 minutes long. And where it ends makes no logical sense.
Like,
it's
this
not
is
even
not
a
the end of the
cliffhanger.
story.
Yeah. It's not even.
Cut to black. I'm
it
like,
just cuts to black. It's like,
right.
there was nothing there to cut from.
I'm
And
like,
then you pick up on the other
story.
side. It's like, when you pick up on the side, it's like, yeah, this doesn't leave a cliffhanger. Episodes are supposed to wrap up the story of the episode, but then get ready for the next one, right?
It adds on to,
adds on. So I hope in this they didn't shoot another movie, and now let's cut it. If they did that again, I'm gonna be done with Star Wars.
We gotta be done. We gotta be done with Star Wars. I'm sorry. The chopping up of the movie thing is crazy to me. But thing is, I'm now going back to Daredevil a little bit because it's like 12 episodes, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 18.
18 for the original.
For the original thing. I don't know what they're doing now since they redid it.
Yeah.
But if they went back to the old formula, they're not that's too big to shoot as a movie. They got to do that as episodes.
So I'm like, with Star Wars, I'm like, guys, just give us 10, 12 episodes. I don't know why they don't do that. You can make more money and it could be longer.
Yeah.
And it could be on for the whole summer.
And you
like,
build characters.
Yeah.
Like you get for instance, in Acolyte. I'll go back to Acolyte. They wanted us to feel for the twins. I couldn't. You gave me no reason to like any of them.
Yeah.
When people died, I was like,
that's crazy.
That was a good kill.
It
was a good kill.
Yeah.
But it didn't like, oh my God, you got so and so. It was like, oh my God, that was a good kill.
Yeah.
I didn't even care who died. Yeah. There was no buildup. You didn't tell me who anybody was. You're trying to put inklings of love in there. Like, okay, were these two together or
something?
Was there something happening there? It was just bad. So
my question is, Dave Filoni's on these movies, right? These shows. Is he directing them?
No, he's not directing, but
he's the Kevin Feige of Star Wars.
But Dave Filoni has been promoted like 2 years ago,
right?
To like the Kevin Feige of Star Wars. He is creative, like the creative person. But here's the thing: what we all was hoping for Dave Filoni to be, but we have to understand, Dave Filoni is animation. And when you watch animation movies or shows, yeah, they end stupid, but you forgive it because it's an animation,
yeah,
right? So you're like, it ended stupid, but I'm gonna be here next week for the next part of this show.
Yeah,
you can't do that with TV shows.
You can't do that.
You can't end TV show, or you can't have choppy dialogue in a TV show. You can have all the choppy dialogue you want
because the animation makes up for it.
Animation makes up for it. You can't, because my brain is accepting it as an animation. When I'm looking at real people talk choppy, it's like, that doesn't make any literal sense what you just said. Right? What you said. So you can't treat a TV show like an animation and just say, oh, the dialogue's good enough. No, it's not.
Right.
Because when you watch shows like Game of Thrones and you hear the conversation and the nuances of what's being said, and then you come on and watch Star Wars and you're like, yo, who's writing this? I could write this.
So it's like, so Dave Filoni's reading these scripts and being like, he's greenlighting them. So it's like, I don't know if they'll, he's been in the job for 2 years, if they'll do, if they'll try to like fire him or like put him in a different role. Because isn't it Dave Filoni and somebody else?
Well, two people. Kathleen Kennedy, Dave Filoni and what's his name? What's his name?
It's not Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
Oh, it is Jon Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
Okay.
But Jon Favreau is really Mandalorian, right? That's his show. Mandalorian is his show. Kathleen Kennedy, of course, is over Lucasfilms. She's the head. She makes all the decisions. She's the head producer.
She's like the Bob Iger.
She is the boss of that studio, which it's been failing miserably. Kathleen Kennedy really needs to go unless somebody else comes.
Like she's like the Bob Iger, right?
She's like the Kevin Feige.
Oh, she's like the Kevin Feige, more like.
That. Yeah. Oh. But she's greenlit too many bad movies, too many bad shows. There's nothing good coming out of Disney. They just did Indiana Jones. They said it was supposed to be better than Part 4. We get it. Oh, it's gonna be better. I watched it. It was trash.
I wasn't good. I didn't even, after they came back that first time they came back. Let it go, Harrison.
Yeah,
you're old.
Like you're old. That was trash. This one, it was trash. It was a bad movie. And they were
I
like,
don't
this
know.
one is going to make up for it. No,
Yeah.
it was trash.
It's not.
And they didn't make any money.
Mm.
Some things you just got to let go. You can't sequel forever.
Right.
Right?
You can't sequel for it. You got to let it go, make a new story.
Make a new story. It's
So,
over.
so with this one, this is the time for. I don't know why after Acolyte they would come out with a child show, with a kid show.
Well, it was already shot, right? It was already
throw it away. Your $1 billion company, throw it away.
Like I said, it's a John Watts production, so I have hope because of John Watts. So we'll see. I mean, look, what's name was good. The
yeah,
what's the
Andor.
Andor was good because they had a real director in this.
Right.
The guy who did actual the actual movie, not what Andor is based on.
Oh, Rogue One.
Rogue One.
Rogue One
His
was
brother
good.
is the guy who did Andor.
Oh, okay.
So it was like, okay,
it
cool.
worked.
They
yeah.
worked.
And they have a season 2 coming out.
Because it's real good stuff.
Yeah.
So John Watts, again, another movie director, big one.
Mm-hmm.
See, because they've been using a lot of TV directors in these other shows. So
you can't make, if you're going to use TV directors, make a TV show.
Make a TV show.
How about we make a TV show?
Stop making a chopped up movie.
Let's make a movie.
So I'm hoping that John Watts does it. We'll see. But to your point, Leah, if it becomes where I'm like, come on, man, these kids are doing nonsense. Like if I'm pissed off the kids, like, why are you going down here? I can't watch it. I can't watch it because when the kids are pissing me off, I can't watch it. Can't watch it.
I can't do kids.
Why are you pulling this lever? You don't know what the lever does.
How about we think first? Bring in the adults, dude. Like, that's why I'm like, if you know Acolyte wasn't good, they need to bring in a sequel. This is a time for Star Wars to do sequels, not originals right now. Everyone else can have the grace of originals, but Star Wars needs to do sequels of something that's already established so we can get that sense of a part 2. Because like part 2s in movies, you could be like, okay, we already have our character established, so we can do a lot more action sequences. Yeah. We can just kind of like move things forward.
Right.
That's what they need to do.
They're talking about doing an Obi-Wan season 2. Season 1 was not good.
Wait, that's too late. The little girl.
And here's what's bad about Obi-Wan. It's actually good. It was just edited bad.
Yeah, because with the original edit was
because the guy who did the re-edit to the movie, I was like,
this is good.
Why did they do it this way?
Yeah.
So that just tells you the movie was written good and done right. It's just edited bad.
Right.
So anyway, I'm a big Star Wars fan, but I'm getting sick of it.
Oh, what? I'm out. I've been out since part 8. Part 7, I was like, oh, okay, Star Wars might bring me back in. Part 8 came out, I was like, this is trash. And then part 9, and then da 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 da.
That was so bad.
Da da da. Like, and it just.
I don't know. The fan base of Star Wars. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see. I think that's it. I don't know if there's anything else. Let's go back. So we have Skeleton Crew. Let's look at what we've got. So I think that's it. The only I love how my notes for Skeleton Crew is looks childish. Looks childish. December 3rd. That's it.
Yeah, I mean
that's my notes.
Yeah, it's a kid show. I don't see if I have anything in the chat. I don't see anybody say anything in the chat, but Are we back on?
Okay, we're back on. The last thing I was going to kind of get into really quickly because we've hit our 1 hour is, I did want to talk about Dr. Doom. What do you think? I never got your reaction to Robert Downey Jr.
At first I was kind of like, how are you going to do this? But then I was like, well, let's see. Let's see how they do it. I have faith in the Russo brothers. Okay.
Right, it's the Russo brothers.
He's probably going to show up before Secret Wars and before Doom, right? Because it's called Doomsday or whatever it's called.
Right.
So he's probably going to show up before all that. So you probably might see him spread across, Jonathan Majors is out, so they have to do something different for the big bad.
Right.
And they're going to build him up. He's just not going to show up being the bad guy. So they have to build him up throughout other shows. So more than likely he's going to show up maybe end credit scene in Fantastic Four or something.
Or that, and then maybe in Captain America or something.
Captain America, he'd probably pop up there too.
That's how we should be doing. We need to stick to the formula. Yeah. That is how we should be doing. You gotta
give me the little teasers.
The little teasers.
Bad, right?
When they start talking and doing action, it's like, okay, like we don't care. Yeah. You've diminished your character, especially when you think of Quantumania.
Yeah.
We were able to defeat him. Now we see Kang as, okay, he's defeatable.
Yeah.
How many which big bad is gonna be the big bad? Yeah. No.
Kang they messed up.
They messed up Kang. So throw it away. I'm happy that they're throwing it away.
Yeah.
Now let's do something better with Doom, where you Sprinkle it
Yeah,
in.
he'll come in slow. And then when you get
No,
to the
don't even
secret,
show us the face because we know it's Robert, which I'm like, I don't know. That's why okay, here's my theory about showing that it's Robert Downing. I don't think it's Robert. I think that's a variant because why would they?
yeah, it's a variant.
Right, but that's not the real big bad. That can't be the real big bad.
Why not?
Because why would they show Robert Downing Jr.?
Well, Secret Wars is going to be different. That's part 6 of Avengers. Part 5 is going to be about Robert Downey. So maybe maybe in part 5 they convince him to be a good. I don't know.
But
I hope that's.
I'm saying, why would they spoil that for us?
Well, it's not a spoiler. They're trying to bring you back, right? They're trying to bring us back to the level of love for Marvel. So it's like, hey, we just got to give him Robert Downey.
Always in there. I guess it's because
look,
I'm OG, so it's a
they
different.
teased Thanos since
But
Thor.
But that's different. But that's different because not a lot of people knew Josh Brolin.
Yeah, they didn't know who. Well, they knew Josh Brolin, but not a lot of people understood who Thanos was.
And then they didn't show his face. I mean, they showed his face, but they didn't. We didn't. Josh Brolin wasn't Josh Brolin. That he is.
When they first showed the very first Thanos, it wasn't even Josh Brolin.
Yeah,
it was some other person.
Yeah.
It didn't been Josh Brolin until later.
Yeah.
But
so I'm like, I just feel like with Robert, it's like I don't know. It's like I think he's gonna be like a sprinkle one, and then the real one's gonna come in, and it's gonna be Cillian Murphy.
No.
Cillian Murphy. I mean.
No. It's gonna be Robert Downey Jr. But
I guess
I leave it up to the fates to write it up. I have faith in Marvel. I'm not like everybody else. I have not fallen off the Marvel bandwagon. I've fallen off the Star Wars bandwagon because they've got too many chances for me. Okay?
Yeah.
All I see with Marvel is a bump in the road.
Yeah, it's a little bump in the road.
I see a bump in the road. They need to readjust. Look, they had 23 movies hits in a row. You had to have some missteps, right?
Yeah.
That's fine. They've had missteps. They've realized that. They're recalibrating. Bob Iger came back. He's like, look, we got to slow down. We got to take it back to the basics. And that's what they're doing.
I'm happy that they did. I'm happy that they did see that and they did reel it back. Unlike DC, which they're finally doing it after 15, 20 years of us being like, dude, this is trash. Yeah. Now they're finally like, okay, let's bring in James Gunn and let's slow it down and restart. All right.
I'm a little worried about DC under James Gunn.
What?
I know y'all love James
Gunn.
Oh,
you don't like him. You don't like his stuff.
I like James Gunn, but he can be a little silly. No. And none of the characters in DC are silly characters. None of them. Right. There's no silliness to any of these characters. Right. So he can be a little goofy with his show, with his stuff.
Yeah.
And I just hope that, okay, I don't mind a little humor, but please do not make DC characters silly because they're not silly characters. The Marvel thing, it's underlined, right? There's always a little joke in Marvel. We've come to expect it. You know what? I accept it.
Yeah.
DC is
it's
different.
Not that. Yeah.
It's the gods amongst men. They can't be cracking stupid little jokes. I'm not saying it can't be some slight humor. Just don't make it Guardians of the Galaxy silly.
Right. I think I need to actually finish the Christopher Reeves one because I think of Superman Legacy. That's the name of it, right?
Yeah.
As the Christopher Reeves reboot.
Yeah.
Because when I was watching that one, I was like, this is a neighborhood Superman.
Yeah.
See, this is I was like, this was so good. I need to finish it though.
See, this is what Zack Snyder wanted to get away from. Because all Superman, since they've been Superman, has been this oh gosh golly nice guy Superman. He's just the neighborhood nice civic cat in the tree.
This is so nice.
Nice. Superman.
Yeah.
So Zack Snyder didn't want to necessarily do that. So he kind of did it a little different where it's a little darker Superman. And I liked it. I loved Man of Steel.
Well, I think that's where James Gunn is going to be different. I think it's going to work for him, the neighborhood Superman.
I think, but he can't make it too gosh golly though. Okay, like he's just because Clark has always been non-complex. He has always been so nice, so perfect, so he was too much. Yeah. Like, how are you this nice of a person, right?
Right.
You grew up as a human being, and human life is not simple. So I wanted to be a little more complex in there, where he can love and have anger.
Right,
because
you're
Superman, you can't get angry.
You can't get angry.
Come on, yo. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I hope James Gunn, and I will say this about James Gunn, he does understand complexities of characters. Right. So I'm not concerned about him having Clark with complexity. I'm just concerned about there being too much silliness with other characters around Superman, and it's just a big laugh fest. So I hope that's not the case. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
I think it'll be good though. Isn't it crazy? That's the guy from that President show. Do you remember? Do you remember the show? Okay, it was a show on Netflix called like The President or something. And the guy from the Broken Arm musical. Gosh, there's so many words. Do you remember the musical that we went to go see together? And gosh, no, Dad.
I'm drawing a blank.
No, it was a show called The Presidential, and you called it. That's what I was. And you were like, he looks so much like Superman, and then now he plays Superman.
I called it.
Yes.
Well, I'll take it.
Presidential. I forgot what it was called. I don't. Yeah, but if anyone knows the guy's name, probably not.
So he's played Superman. He was in this other show.
He was in this other show, and you were like, The Politician. It's called The Politician. You don't remember?
I don't. I'm drawing a blank.
The Politician. It was a comedy series with Pepper Potts. Let's put it up. Let's put it up here so y'all can see it.
I don't remember it, like.
And what's his name? His name is David Corenswet. And this guy, do you not remember this guy, Ben Platt? Can you see it?
I remember Ben. Oh, I do remember this show.
Yes, and it was this show was when was this show?
That's right. I
2019.
I remember saying he looks like Superman.
You were like, oh my gosh, this guy should play Superman. He looks so much like Superman. And we kept saying it the entire show. It's the same guy.
That was such a good show too.
Yeah,
that was a good show. That's right. Ben Platt was.
That was a good show.
Yeah, that was a good show.
It was Ben Platt, and I think he played his brother or something like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Crazy, right?
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh snap! That's the same guy.
Same guy.
And see, I called it.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that because he was tall. He looked. He
tall. He had the hair, the facial structure. I was like, this is Superman.
Yeah, he looked like Superman.
And somebody else saw it and was like, cast him now.
Superman.
Bulk him up, cast him. So yeah.
Well, hopefully Superman's good. They haven't announced a new Batman yet or anything like that.
How about we announce anything else? I know that there's more than 6 characters in DC. I know it. Because for the last 10, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years has just been
Batman, Superman,
Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Green Lantern, a little bit, Flash.
And they're still doing the Green Lantern Corps. I'm excited for that.
I still have hope for
Yeah, it's gonna be a Green Lantern Corps. It's gonna be an HBO. I'm really looking forward to that. It's gonna be a bunch of Green Lanterns. I'm looking forward to that.
That's gonna be a good one. And then you told me that John Cena's show is coming back.
His show's coming
Peacemaker.
back. Yeah. Part season 2. His show's actually pretty good.
His show was good.
John Cena does good comedy. I like him when he's funny. Don't like him when he's serious.
He's a typecasted character, and I'm not mad at him for
I'm
it.
Here for it.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Done.
That's
okay?
it.
I will watch your show. I will always watch your show and your movies if you just stay in your lane.
He plays the straight funny guy.
Yeah.
Like he's supposed to be serious, but
it's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. I think that's everything, y'all. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about?
No, I think we covered it all. You got the D23 stuff in there. You got the Marvel stuff. We talked about the Fantastic Four. We talked about all the good stuff. So no, I don't think
we got everything done.
We got everything covered for the past month or so. Wolverine. We didn't talk about Wolverine and Deadpool, but you talked about it on your own.
I did do a review, so if you wanted to go see my reaction to Deadpool Wolverine, please go watch it. I just put it out on Wednesday. But you could do a quick little review of what you thought about it. I gave it an 8.5 out of 10.
I loved it. I laughed the entire time. I think I laughed so much that I almost didn't know what the movie was about.
Right? Yeah.
Because when I go back in retrospect and think about that movie, I have to think about, wait a minute, what really was the plot for this movie? Because it was nothing but a lot of cameos and him trying to convince Wolverine to save his world. Right, which was the premise of the movie. But when you think about it, the big bad was a joke. The lady with the Xavier's sister.
Cassandra Nova.
Cassandra Nova. That was a joke. I mean, why were you mad? Like
that was why I docked points, because I was like the plot was very surface level, and so was the villain. I was like, this villain, I was like, come on.
But I had a great time watching.
Yeah, 100%.
The cameos made sense. They weren't just cheesy, stupid cameos, which is I'm happy about. I thought I was gonna have stupid cameos where people pop in
and pop out,
right? But no,
2 seconds.
they were good cameos. they actually did something. And if you haven't seen the movie by now, you're too bad.
Yeah,
But
come on.
there's a lot of Wesley Snipes popping up was awesome in this movie.
And they didn't. He didn't just pop in, pop out. Like we said, he had lines. He had fight scenes. Like all three of them did.
Channing Tatum was Gambit, and I love how they played into how bad his accent was.
His accent was so bad.
He was like, "Who's your dialect coach?"
So I originally thought he was doing a Jamaican accent, and I was very confused. That's why I kept looking at you. I was like, "This is cultural appropriation, right?
No,
like, what is this? Like,
Cajun. He was Cajun.
Like,
it was Cajun accent.
Like,
right?
what
it was cultural appropriation.
I don't know. It was like,
no, he was doing a Cajun accent.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yes,
okay,
but it was a bad one.
Bad.
But he was playing into it.
That's why I'm happy. That's why I'm happy. Deadpool said something about it because I'm like, dude.
He's like, "Who's your dialect coach?"
It was your dialect coach. The Minions.
So if he ever does, because he's campaigning now for Gambit, because he was supposed to be Gambit originally.
Yeah,
like,
he's been
came out doing Comic-Con like 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
Gambit, blah blah. The short in the movie never happened, but now he's campaigning again for it,
and everybody wants it. Yeah.
But if he does get it, he needs to just drop the accent and just talk regular.
Oh yeah.
Because you could be from Louisiana and not have a Cajun accent, okay?
Right?
You don't have to have a Cajun.
Or like you can do like a soft one, or
That's
just
very subtle,
light. Like every now and then words come in.
You don't be all deep in it. But yeah, he's but their fight scenes were awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
I didn't know the Cars did that.
They need a team.
Yeah.
They need a team name. They were so good.
They were good.
No, it was cool. It was. I enjoyed. I got to go see it again. I definitely got to go see it again.
Hugh Jackman was so good.
Hugh Jackman was good in it. I love seeing Henry Cavill when he loaded up his arms.
Yes, I made that reference. yeah.
I loved all of it. I from the opening credits to the closing scenes, I love that movie. I'll give it a 9 out of 10 because I enjoyed the movie
so much. Yeah.
If I really dug into it, plots and all that, I probably could tear it apart. But I'm not even going to try to tear it apart.
You just had a good time. Everything.
Had a good time watching it.
Yeah, someone was commenting and it was like, if you take out the jokes and like the bad scene, I was like, okay,
then that's the movie.
I was like, that's Daredevil. I mean that's
Deadpool.
I was like, that's Deadpool. Like
movie.
Deadpool is jokes.
Yeah,
Deadpool
if
is
someone says
cheesy.
If you take this out, take that out, then what you have, that's the movie.
That's what he is supposed to be.
It's
so
breaking the fourth wall, cracking jokes, and yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it. I don't know why because I wasn't excited about this movie. I didn't really look it up. I only watched the teaser trailer. I never came in and watched I didn't watch the full trailer. I didn't care. You were like, when you got the tickets for opening night Thursday, I was like, oh, okay. We're not watching it Friday.
Oh,
I was like,
it was packed.
It wasn't like a No Way Home for me or Endgame for me.
It was.
But I was like, oh my gosh, it's packed in here. Like people were like really want to, and then it was good.
It was good.
And
you saw it twice. You saw it again.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I needed to see Bye Bye Bye. I needed to see the opening scene.
That was cool. That was so cool. That movie was so good, man.
No. Yeah.
And they were trashing this damn Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
And then he was like, man, this Honda Odyssey is actually pretty good.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It was a good movie.
I guess that's it, y'all. Right?
Yeah, that's it. I think we covered everything, right?
Yeah. I think we covered everything.
What are you looking forward to seeing coming up this month in August?
I don't know what anything's coming out.
Alien Romulus, man. Alien Romulus. That's coming out in 2 weeks.
What did you say?
Alien Romulus.
Oh, I guess that. I don't know. Alien 2 was. I know it's the best movie of all time. Aliens. I mean,
you gotta watch Alien. You've seen Aliens, right?
Yes, because you made me watch it. You're like, this movie's so good. Say it.
But see, you were a kid. Now you didn't watch it again.
I watched it again.
You're older. You got your movie brain in, but you gotta watch it because we got this.
Oh yeah. I'll watch it.
Yeah, it's good.
It Ends With Us came out, and my review will be out for It Ends With Us. And okay, this is the girly pop section, guys. It Ends With Us came out, and there is tea with Jacob Baldoni. Is that his name? No, Justin Baldoni. There's tea. So we need to get into the tea. So join me on Wednesday so that we can get into the controversy. Because, oh, wait. My mic went out. Hold on. I will one day get a good quote for this. I will one day get a good quote. Okay. It's just not working anymore. This is fine. They can hear me through that.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I'm back. Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively have tea and controversy, and then it even includes Ryan Reynolds. Ooh. So we will be talking about it on Wednesday.
Ooh, I'm tuning in for that. I hope it's not another Olivia Wilde situation going on.
We'll talk about it on Wednesday. Okay, well,
all right, well
that is our reaction to D23 and all the announcements. Let us know down in the comments what you're most excited about for D23 or even just for August, and let us know what reviews you want us to talk about or any theories or anything like that. DNA is back, guys.
DNA.
Not every week, but every month, okay? DNA is back.
All right.
All right, we'll see y'all later.
See you guys.
Bye.